Welcome to the pulse of the future, where code collides with controversy and silicon reshapes strategy. Let's dive into what's shaking the AI world today. In the underground trenches of China's AI arms race, a whisper has turned into a storm. A group calling themselves Honest AIG accused Huawei's new Pengu Pro Mo model of copying Alibaba's Q25. The charge? That Huawei didn't build it from scratch, but upcycled it, line by line, layer by layer. Huawei's Noah's Ark Lab hit back hard. Independent work, built on our chips, our architecture. No detail on what open-source models were used, though. And with DeepSeek and Alibaba breathing down their necks, the stakes in China's AI battlefield have never been higher. Meanwhile, Capgemini just wrote a $3.3 billion check for India's WNS in a high-stakes AI bet. With WNS managing operations for giants like T-Mobile and Coca-Cola, Capgemini hopes to supercharge its generative AI and automation game. But Wall Street isn't buying it, literally. Shares fell 5% as analysts warned. Is WNS the right fuel for an AI engine? Still, the move signals one thing: consulting empires are going AI first, whether investors like it or not. Over in Seoul, the US-South Korea trade talks are turning into a digital Cold War. The US says South Korea's new tech regulations unfairly target American giants like Google and Apple, while sparing Chinese firms like ByteDance. Add in tensions over Netflix's network fees, Google's mapping data ban, and even US beef tariffs, and the negotiation table is starting to look like a minefield. Still, South Korea is pushing back, offering its dominance in AI, semiconductors, and shipbuilding as leverage to cool US trade deficit worries. The hidden battle? Control over digital ecosystems in Asia. Over at Samsung HQ, all is not well. Profits are expected to crash 39% in Q2, and all fingers point to a delay. Nvidia hasn't certified Samsung's newest HBM3E chips. With the US cracking down on advanced chip exports to China, Samsung's dependence on that market is turning into a liability. There's a glimmer, though. AMD just signed on. Still, in this chip war, delays aren't just inconvenient, they're multi-billion-dollar with stakes. In Europe, an AI named Perry just launched with 1.6 million in support. It's not building robots, it's helping humans learn faster. From adaptive work instructions to bridging real-time skills gaps, Perry isn't replacing workers, it's upgrading them. Call it a quiet revolution, but with Europe facing a skilled labor drought, Perry might be the tech we didn't know we needed. And finally, Baidu just dropped its MuseSteamer, an AI video generator that's blurring the line between filmmaker and prompt engineer. With China doubling down on AI-powered creativity and short-form dominance, this tool is more than just tech, it's a weapon in the global content war. So today, copyright wars in China, billion-dollar chess moves in India, digital diplomacy across the Pacific, and AI tools that create and educate.